I'm terrified someone's gonna die. I just didn't like it. It's kind of giving Blair and Chuck in a way. I'm gonna finish it tonight. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna finish it tonight because I have to. I just have to. I'm terrified though. I'm terrified. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be a reading vlog. This reading vlog is going to be something quite special. I, a predominantly fantasy reader, am going to be giving contemporary romance a try. I am wanting to venture out into some new genres and things like that. I'm going to give some I'm going to give some contemporary romance a try, especially now that I have been made aware that some of them are available on Kindle Unlimited. So I have a couple here physically, and then some of them I have on Kindle Unlimited. I don't know how long it's going to take me to read these. I don't think it'll be too long considering as they are contemporary romance set in like normal day world, so it's not like there's going to be world building I'm going to have to try and read through. But I have two here already. You just saw the cover of one. Let's get into it. So the first one that I'm going to do is Magnolia by Jessa Hastings. I think I'm going to like this purely because of the way that it has been advertised. What everyone is saying is if Gossip Girl was in England and the main character was Blair. That's what I've been told. If there's one thing you should know about me, I am one, an absolutely massive fan of Gossip Girl, and two, my favorite character is Blair. So that's why I think I'm really going to like this. I have heard incredible things about this series. I'm really interested in this and the whole Magnolia Parks universe as well. I just love seeing people's reactions to reading this. I want to know what's going on. I want to know what it is. That's going to be book one. Book two is going to be Twisted Love by Huang. Now I know this is like billionaire romance, possibly. But I also know that not everybody likes this book. They prefer the second one, which is, I think, called Twisted Games. Possibly, I might pick Twisted Games up instead because it is available on Kindle Unlimited. That's the other one that I'm going to have a look at. I don't really know too much about this, if I'm honest. Look after his best friend's sister. Okay, interesting. I'll give this a go and see how it's going. But everyone does say that Twisted Games is the better option. I keep hearing about like Reese Larson, so I'm gonna give probably Twisted Games a try as well. The next one I'm going to do is a cowboy romance. So I'm so excited to get my cowboy like girliness on. I love horses. I love anything to do with horses. So you think that I would probably be interested in picking up a cowboy romance, but for some reason it just hasn't appealed to me. So on Kindle Unlimited at the moment, in Australia at least, is Elsie Silver's, I don't actually know what the series is called, but it's not the Fearless Flawless one, it's the other one. Give me a moment while I look it up. Gold Rush Ranch series. That is available on Kindle Unlimited. So the first one in this is called Off to the Races, a small town enemies to lovers romance. The way that this talks, it gives me very much like horse girl movie anyway. And then the last one that I am going to have a go at, Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh, Boys of Tommen series. Now I know what you're thinking, you're like, that's a lot of book in a short amount of time. Yeah, you're right, it is. But I've heard nothing but like good things about this series and I want to know what happens. So I think it's just like a college romance story. People's reactions and how much they feel for this series just makes me want to know what it is. I definitely want to start Magnolia Parks first. So I think we'll start there and then we'll figure out what one is going to go next. Maybe we'll do like Magnolia Parks, then we'll do like Twisted Love or Twisted Games, and then we'll do Boys of Tommen, and then we'll probably do like the Elise Silver one, just as like palette cleansers in between, because I do know that Boys of Tommen and Magnolia Parks is quite hard hitting. So I think that's going to be my thing first. So got my cup of coffee here. So I'm gonna sit on the couch in the sun because it's freezing right now. I have just moved to Canberra and I am not accumulated to this cold, okay? So I've got the heater on, thank God, and I'm gonna sit on the couch, have some ambience going in the background and chill and read for a bit and try and get through some of this. I am typically quite a fast reader, or at least like a little bit more than average reader. I can typically do like, I would say like 80 to 100 pages an hour. So that's what I'm thinking hopefully we'll do with this one. We'll give it a go and see if I end up having a new favorite. I'm hoping I'll get at least a 5-star out of one of these books, you know, or at least a new genre that I can dip my toe into when I need like a little bit of a palate cleanser. Okay, so it is a little bit later in the day now. I am just about getting ready for bed, but I wanted to give you guys a quick update on how far I've gotten into Magnolia Parks. So I'm about 78, 80 pages into Magnolia Parks, and so far honestly not much has happened. We're kind of just getting introduced to the main characters, Magnolia and BJ, and getting like introduced to their life. It's very sort of slice of life at the moment, just kind of getting like a little bit of backstory here and there. Magnolia and BJ are kind of like, they remind me of like that one true love, but like wrong place, right person, or like wrong time, right person type of situation. I'm not entirely too sure how old they are. I think they possibly are like 18 to 20. But they dated, I think, when they were, I think like between 15 and 17. I'm still kind of unsure about that. And they dated, I think, for a couple of years possibly, and then something went very, very wrong and they broke up, and it's like sort of changed their dynamic, but they are still so close with each other and have such a strong bond and connection that they can't let each other go completely. It is a very messy, very sort of like toxic relationship from what I've gathered. It's kind of giving Blair and Chuck in a way, but I'm really enjoying it so far. I do kind of want something to happen, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think this is definitely going to be more along the lines of like slice of life, getting to know the characters and stuff like that. That's all I really have to say so far, but I am enjoying it, and I'm going to keep reading it tonight. I'm in the bathroom because my partner is asleep, but I just finished this book. Oh my god. The perfume. It has been a few days since I last spoke to you guys, but as you would have seen from the clips just before, I finished Magnolia Parks. Excuse how I sound, I think I'm getting sick. Tell me why this is so good. This is like, you know how when like you overhear gossip or you overhear like drama and like you shouldn't pay attention because you know it's like bad, but you can't turn away? That's how I feel about this book, especially the last like 20 to 30 pages. It was like a train wreck. I could not stop reading. I couldn't look away. It was just absolutely insane. I'm going to give this book a 4.5 out of 5 stars. It did drag on a little bit, and that's just because I think I'm not used to reading just like slice of life type of things. I feel like this is very much like a character study in a way, but I still really enjoyed it, and I don't know why people like BJ. After this, I really don't know why. I kind of liked the idea of Julian and Magnolia, just from like the small interactions that you got throughout the book, which isn't a spoiler. It's like mentioned that like they all know each other type of thing. But I am very interested in continuing on the series and finding out what happens in Daisy Hate's book, because I know that basically the first 2 books are set and happen at the same time. And then the next 2 books happen and are set during the same time as well. So I'm really interested to see where this goes. Now I think I'm just going to take a small break and pick up Twisted Games. I feel like if I'm going to give like proper like romance, contemporary romance, like a decent shot, I'm going to go with Twisted Games instead of Twisted Love, just because it's like bodyguard princess, and I love that. At least I think it is from what I've seen on TikTok. So I'm gonna read Twisted Games, and then I think it's only like 300 pages. So technically I probably could finish it by the end of the day, but I know that Twisted Games is like everyone's favorite. So I'll probably read that one. I'm going to read that one now, just as like a bit of a palate cleanser out of the very dramatic and toxicity of Magnolia Parks. Go and jump into some like smut and just a, you know, fun time. And then I think we might pick up Boys of Tommen afterwards. But so far, going quite well. I wouldn't say that this is something that I'm going to lean towards a lot of the time, but just as like a palate cleanser to get myself out of like a slump, I could definitely see myself picking up like a contemporary romance. So far, so good. So it's the next day and I have a bit of an update for you on Twisted Games by Anna Huang. So unfortunately it's a DNF. I was bored. Okay, unfortunately I was bored. I read up to I think 160 pages in and I was really bored. I didn't connect to either of the characters. I felt the chemistry was lacking and the massive time jumps were also just like, I didn't see the point in them. So the book is set over a course of, I think it's 4 years. That's written at the beginning of the book. Don't see the point of that. It just did not feel believable. I don't know what it was, but it just was not for me. Really did not enjoy it like at all. Like I did not get any of the chemistry. I didn't get like, I just didn't like it, unfortunately. So bored the entire time I was reading that, and which is unfortunate to say, and I really hate the fact that I have to say that, but I was really bored. So I think I'm just gonna go straight into Boys of Tommen. That's probably gonna be the book that I pick up. Lilith, come here. I think that will be the book that I pick up next, and then I'll have like the fluffy Elsie Silver Off to the Races book to read after I am hopefully emotionally damaged. That's my plan. I'll start reading Boys of Tommen later today and hopefully that's better. I was a little bit bored with Magnolia Parks, but it wasn't to the point that I was literally just like skimming pages towards the end. Like I skimmed the entire smut chapter in Twisted Games. Lilith, get off the kitchen counter. With Magnolia Parks, I was still invested in the characters. I was still like involved in the drama and the toxicity of everything. Whereas Twisted Games, I did not have a connection. I did not feel like anything towards either of the characters. It was just, I just did not feel anything towards them. So I'm hoping that with Boys of Tommen, I get that more connection, because I know that people, like, they talk a lot about the characters, and that's what I like. I like to be able to connect to the characters and like understand what they're going through. So I'm hoping that with Boys of Tommen, that'll be like the saving grace for it. That's my update. So far we've had one good book and then we had a DNF. So far I'm hoping that Boys of Tommen is going to come through. I hope the lighting is okay, but I haven't really started it yet, but I just opened up Binding 13 and I didn't realize that there's going to be like, there's a glossary. I didn't realize there was going to be a glossary in this. I think it's a sports romance, a college sports romance, and it's set in Ireland, which is interesting. I didn't know that. I thought, I think I knew it was like English, but I thought it was based in England, not Ireland. So that's interesting. It is a big book. So the Kindle says that it is 870 pages. I knew they were big books because, I mean, the paperbacks and everything are quite chunky. I just didn't realize how big they are. And also, it's set in 2005, which is a rather interesting period of time to choose to set a book in. I'm intrigued, but I'm gonna give it a go, read for a little bit, and come back when I have a few thoughts. I have Lilith on my lap right now. Let's get to reading. So it is much later now. It is about 9:30, I think, as you can tell from the outside. And I have read some of this. So I am 150 pages in so far, and it is going by really quickly, which is good. I'm also quite invested already. There is just something about the characters. We got like a little bit of an introduction into our main characters, Johnny and Shannon, and can I just say, hearing about Shannon's backstory, I'm in my feels already, so I can only imagine how this is going to go. I don't exactly have any ideas yet as to where it's going to venture into, but I know that it's going to hurt whatever it is, basically. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this so far. It only took me like an hour to get to like 100 pages in, which is pretty usual for me. But I mean, like, it took me probably about 2 days to get 160 pages into Twisted Games. So I think this one's definitely going to be a better read. I'm going to read more of it tonight and see how far I get, and I will let you guys know any more updates that I have. But so far, I can definitely say that I am enjoying this. Definitely enjoying this. Okay, so it's the next morning. I stayed up until 2 a.m. reading Binding 13. I think I'm like right on 400 pages or like around there, and tell me why my heart hurts. I'm so invested in these characters already, and I am absolutely terrified to know how it ends. Like, I don't see it ending in a good way. I'm terrified someone's gonna die. I don't know why, but I just have that feeling someone's gonna die. Why are you being a crazy girl? Okay? Why are you being a crazy girl? I don't know what her issue is. But I am absolutely terrified for how this book is going to end. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's gonna happen. But I'm so invested already. And I'm scared. And yeah, I understand the hype. I really do. There is just something about this book. I don't know what it is, but it is just so easy to read. I smashed through like 250 pages in like 2 hours. It is just so easy to read, but it's so heartbreaking. Oh my god, Lilith. At the same time, it's so heartbreaking. I definitely got in my feels a little bit. I haven't cried, but I was definitely like, I had to put the book down for a second because I'm like, this is getting really heavy. I'm kind of on the fence about Johnny, I'm not gonna lie. He kind of scares me a little bit, just with like how intense he is. And I'm worried that that's gonna do something, but I don't know. All I want to do is just sit and read. That is all I want to do. And it's been a while since I felt like that, and I'm really happy. I don't know what it is about this book. I really don't, because it's not like a fantasy where like there's dramatic things happening and it's like going to be the end of the world, or like there's dragons and vampires and all that sort of stuff. It is just these kids that are struggling with like adult issues, suffering, and I don't know what it is, but I'm eating it up. I will say I am a little bit concerned. I will say I'm a little concerned about the fact that Shannon is 15 and Joey is 17. I keep like trying to just like ignore it, but it's definitely like, I wouldn't say it's like hindering my enjoyment, but it's definitely something that's like in the back of my mind, and I'm like, I really hope nothing sexual happens. So yeah. Also, I need to Google what the like legal drinking age is in Ireland, because these kids just turned 17 and they are able to go to a bar and drink. So is the legal drinking age 17? Because I know that in America it's 21, and I'm pretty sure in England it's 18, because that's the same as here in Australia. But I'm just so confused as to why these guys are drinking and they're 17 years old. Also, the fact that like Johnny is having sexual fantasies about Shannon and she's 15. It gives me the ick a little bit, but the fact that he's like, I know it's wrong because she's 17, she is a child. So that's kind of like a little bit of a saving grace. I mean, it doesn't make it right, but yeah. All I can say is that I'm obsessed with this book. All I want to do is sit and read this book. I just want to binge this whole series. But that's a lot of books. And they're big books too. So, I don't know. Depending on how it ends, I don't want to say it's giving 5 stars, but it's very, very close. It's probably going to be like a 4.75. But we'll see. I'm going to finish it tonight. That's all I'm saying. I'm going to finish it tonight because I have to. I just have to. I'm terrified though. I'm terrified. I have like 2% left of this book. I'm terrified of what's going to happen. God. No. What the fuck is how it ends? Fuck. The songs make it so much worse. I finished this. This book hurt me so bad, but I loved it so much. This is going to be a 4.75. As you would have seen in the previous clip, I was not okay after finishing this, okay? I need to know what happens. I have never felt so invested in these characters. Like, the last time I was this invested was when I was reading Throne of Glass. I am so incredibly invested in these characters. I need to know more. I need to pick up the second one. I have to. I have to. If you ever needed a sign to pick up this book series, this is it, okay? But please, please, please check the trigger warnings. This is a very dark story, okay? There are a lot of trigger warnings in this, and this is some of the best character writing that I have ever read. Like, I read this book in 2 days. It's 870 pages. It's a very easy read, like, don't get me wrong. It's not like there's intense world building or anything that we have to follow along with. It's literally just these kids suffering through really hard adult things, trying to be kids at the same time, and it hurts so bad, but it is so good, and I can't stop thinking about it. I need to know what happens. I just need to. I am not gonna go and pick up what is it? Off to the Races, the cowboy romance by Elsie Silver. I'm not gonna pick that up just because, like, I am not in the mood. I need to know what happens with these characters. I am not in the mood for like a fluffy cowboy romance right now. I need to get my heart broken, is basically what I'm trying to say. So if you enjoyed this video and you want to see me do more of these, that one will be the first book on the list for me to do. Let's do a quick recap of the books that I did read. So First book I read was Magnolia Parks, the first book in the Magnolia Parks universe by Jessa Hastings. I gave this one a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I love the toxicity, I love the drama, I love like the poshness and like the elite vibes and things like that, socialite vibes, and the ending has me absolutely shook. I then tried to read Twisted Games by Huang, did not enjoy it. I DNF'd it at 160 pages in. It was just not for me. I did not like the characters at all. I just felt very bored the entire time. And then lastly, obviously, we have Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh, 4.75 stars. I am going to pick up the next book immediately after I finish filming this clip. If you guys enjoy this video, do give it a thumbs up and let me know your thoughts down below. If you want to see more videos like this, then please leave down in the comments your suggestions for more books for me to try, and I will probably read them in the next video that I do for this. So yeah, if you enjoyed, give it a thumbs up, follow me down below on my TikTok and Instagram. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.